Yes!
Hey guys, it's Carnavius here. Welcome back to another episode of Mogged, the Transmog challenge, where I have to make 2 transmogs using random gear on a random character, and you guys decide on which mog turned out better. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we're working with. A male Dwarf Warrior. Okay, this should be cool. Let's see the shoulders. Okay, those are some interesting shoulders. I like those. See the helm. Okay, this is kind of coming together a bit. And finally, let's check out the staff. Which is hilarious because, yes, warriors can use stabs. Alright, this is going to be interesting as hell. So let's go ahead and get into the game. I'll make a random male dwarf warrior and then we'll set up the challenge. Alright, guys, we made our random dwarf here. You can see him. And now we're going to go ahead and start this timer because we already have the these are the shoulders, the helm, and the staff. And we're going to see if we can make something cool out of this and see if we can salvage this. Alright. I got 5 minutes for the first one. Starting now. Alright. So, I want to see if we can bridge together this head and shoulder situation. My first thought, honestly, is a tabard. Trying to marry these two things together. Because should be able to draw from some different colors. Like that already is kind of working. I actually quite like that. The Awakened Tabard. Huh. This also works pretty well, this Earthern Adventurers Tabard. What else we got here? Brewfest one. White. Kind of do like the Tabard of Conquest. It has like the lightning like that, and it also plays on the blue. I think one of those earlier ones really did fit the aesthetic. I mean, to me, that already kind of helps a great deal. So let's roll with that for right now. Chess piece. You know, that is part of the same set, which is fine. We can do 2 of the same. Quite work as well. Kind of like that. And then, can we play together with... So I want to get back into this, yeah. I'm trying to like bleed these together because you have the brown like that. That also works quite well. Let's see what else we got for options. Oh yeah, let's roll with that belt. Those pants go pretty good. Just in general. Let's see what else we can find though. Just really trying to make this a complete looking set. Keep it visually interesting. You know, I kind of like that because you have the feathers that play with like the shoulder. The only issue is it doesn't really play to the brown theme at all, and the silver kind of I feel goes against that. Okay, that kind of works. It's not my favorite look though, to be honest with y'all. I do like that. Oh yeah, let's roll with that. That's what set? Alright. That's kind of cool. It would be nice to be able to play into that lightning a bit more. Because we haven't really used any more of that set yet. Almost works. Quiet. Not quite. There's so many appearances in this game. It's crazy. That almost works. That's not quite it either. That's almost there. We're starting to run out of time, so I'm just gonna roll with that. I don't like that as much. Some chunky gloves I feel like fit this pretty well. That's a little too purple. Make a decision and stick with it here shortly. Let's stray away from that. Let's do that, and then we need a back piece. Oh lord. Oh heck yeah! You guys have access to that. All right, I think we're gonna call it here. Whew, maybe 5 seconds. Okay, so here's the Mog. Just gonna go ahead and give it the rotation. I think that we played into the armor well here, and the back piece almost coincides okay with the weapon, but I think on the next iteration we're gonna go more weapon focused. So I'll go ahead and reset, and then we'll do Mog number 2 and we only have 4 minutes to do it. So, all right, guys, we're officially back on the clock here. So I'm gonna hit the thing, and then we're gonna rock and roll. Boom. Okay. So with this weapon here, we definitely have like that heavy metal theme from what looks like the Shadowlands, if I can identify it quite right. So I want to see if we can at all play into that. Some thick freaking metal. That's actually kind of crazy. Maybe for a different Mog. I didn't even know that piece existed, to be honest with y'all. Things you find out just going through the appearance. Now, that's pretty sick. That might go with the weapon more, but I feel like this overall appearance goes better together. You get into the dark, kind of gunmetal colors. This. See, that. I try to draw back and use some a little bit older so that the mogs are a bit more accessible to most players to be able to do transmog runs or whatnot. So I may not be always using the newest appearances, but okay. So yeah, that definitely matches more with the thing, with the weapon. Like that goes pretty dang well together. That is the Fate Forged. I don't have a real color blue of it, huh? Let me just see if with the Fate Forged. Oh, I don't think it's called that apparently. Okay, we're about halfway through our time here, so we gotta make a decision and stick with it. I mean, that plays into the weapon, and that was the goal with this, but it disrupts the look too much. Now that works pretty good, so we're gonna go with that instead. Okay, not that. Let's see what we can do here. We're starting to run out of time. It's hoping to match the leggings, the chest. I'm not seeing the obvious match. Come on, give me some blue love. Some crackling. might have to revisit this because I'm not seeing what I need to see. For right now, God forbid I don't get anything else. That's what we're rolling with. I kind of like that. Screw it, we're using the gold spine for right now. The texture is a little low, but we're starting to run out of time to justify doing anything else. I'm really running out of time. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay. I got 20 seconds, and I'm still on gloves, and I don't have boots. Okay. Boots. Getting those. And then back piece. Oh lord. This one came out so bad. Okay, 4 minutes. Ah! What a disaster! I think the first one looks so much better, but all right, let's see how we did on this one. Yikes. Well, that's why I wanted to make this series with just random looks. Like, can you make it look cool? And this was not the easiest. Now, just off the record, I'm gonna now that the challenge is over, I'm just gonna see if I can put together what I wanted this to look like real quick, and then just include it for reference. So this would have been a little bit more in line with what I had originally figured or was going for when I saw this chest piece, was like finding legs, and this belt was pretty cool. So, you know, it's not a huge step up, but it is a bit more what I was aiming for. This headpiece really restricts the blue, how much you can play into the blue and gray, just because that kind of bronze brown look really pulls away from the color palette. So yeah, but hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this. I like making these videos. I have a lot of fun with Transmog, and I always think like, what are some crazy things, what are some pieces I otherwise would never use, and like, okay, hey, it's good exposure to those pieces. I mean, you know, obviously I don't have all the pieces unlocked or anything, but I think it's a cool thing to explore. There's lots of interesting armor in this game. So alright, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Carnavius. I hope you're having a good day. Peace out.